Hi everyone, this is Ellen with EllenVargoDesigns.com, and I'm continuing on with my celebration countdown, and we've made our way through almost 2 weeks worth of celebration products. And today, since it's my 3D Thursday, I wanted to show you some boxes that I've made. I recently went away to a craft camp with some ladies that I've been crafting with for probably 14-15 years by now. And I taught them how to make these lidded boxes. And I don't know whether I saw a video on this or whether I just had a revelation, but the way to make a perfect fitted box where the base fits on really nicely, there's no difficulty getting it to fit, and the insides, the base doesn't bow when you put the lid on. It stays nice and straight. So you can see that. So I'm going to show you how to make it. And the secret to this is in cutting your base and your lid. So we're going to be using the Springtime Foil Designer Series paper, which is a celebration option. With a $50 purchase, you can get these gorgeous foiled papers. So this has a, I guess that's a copper foil. And this design has both silver and gold in it. Stunning. And I made these two with purple shades. This one is Rich Razzleberry, and this other one is Fresh Fig. So both really pretty with the foiled papers. So these were made using, I started with an 8x8 sheet of cardstock. But you can really start with any size paper at all. And I'm going to put that theory to the test today. We're going to start with 2 sheets of pink pirouette cardstock. And I'm just going to pick sort of a random measurement. It doesn't have to be, I mean, I'm going to do like whole inches to start. But let's see. I'm going to do this one 7 inches. Let's do 5 by 7, just see what we get. So that's 7 by 5. So that's our first sheet. The second sheet, you want to cut 1/16 of an inch smaller, and that will be the base. So if I do 6 15/16, and that is, it's the first little tick mark next to the 7. Just less than 7. That's the 16th. So 6 15/16. And our other dimension was 5, so I'm going to do 4 15/16. And that's going to be our base. So if I hold these together, you can see that it's just slightly smaller in each dimension. And that's going to make all the difference when we go to put our box together. So now we need to bring in our scoring tool. And we are going to score both sheets of paper. On the original box, I scored at 2 inches all the way around, which means that our box is 2 inches tall. So 2 inches. So let's do 1.5 inches this time. See what we get. This is completely random. So I do 1.5, turn it 90 degrees, do 1.5 again, turn it, 1.5, and 1.5. And then I'll do the same on the other piece. You don't have to adjust your scoring location because we made the sheet of paper slightly smaller. So 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. And that's all of our scoring. So if I get my bone folder, I'm going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. I hope that you've been enjoying my celebration countdown. There are so many beautiful things to choose from for celebration, and it will be ending on March 31st. So if you see something you like, do not wait to place your order because things are going to start selling out. People are going to start panicking and wanting the things that really appeal to them. So if you see something, act quickly. So once we have our scoring and folding and burnishing done, we need to make some cuts. So we're going to go into this bottom corner. We're going to cut straight up the rectangle side, and then we're going to wedge into the square. And that'll give us a nice clean finish. And we're going to do that on both sides of the square. Then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and do the same thing. So you'll always be working in the bottom right corner. Just going to turn your paper each time. Turn that again. So I would love to hear from all of you to know what was your favorite item in Celebration. I have a few favorites. I think my real favorite is probably the Celebrate You Thinlit dies with the words, because they're so versatile. You can use them on any type of card for any occasion. You can layer them together. You can do them in different colors and layer them together for a shadow layer. I really love them. And those are free with a $100 purchase. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other sheet. So just in each corner, cut straight up the rectangle side and wedge into the square. The last one. Oops. So that's all of our cutting. Now we need to form our base and our lid. So we're just going to put adhesive on all the four corners that we just wedged into. So I'm using Fast Fuse because sadly I need to use it up because it's going to be retiring with the new catalog. If you still want some, I believe the refills are still available. I believe the applicators are sold out. When they had their last sale, they sold out very quickly. So I'm hoping that they will be bringing us something new in the way of a very strong adhesive, but we'll just all have to wait and see what comes. And we've got our last tab here. And we're just going to take each tab and fold it in. We're going to match up this cut line with this scored line. On all four sides. So that's one. And if we do the other, you can see how our box fits together. So here's, oh, see, fits together beautifully. Perfect fit. So my theory worked. Picked a random size paper for the base and made the lid 1/16 of an inch bigger and scored at the same location on all four sides on both the base and the lid, and you get a perfect fitted box. So this is the lid. So we're going to take a 1-inch circle punch, and just to make it a little something to grab to take the lid off, I'm going to just cut a little notch into each side. That's beautiful. And now we need to cut our foil paper to match. So we need to do some measuring. my ruler. So the top of the box is now 4 inches by 2 inches. So we need a panel that is slightly smaller than that. So I'm going to do 3 7/8, and then 1 7/8. That'll be slightly smaller, and that should fit perfectly on the top of the box. So now we need to do our panels. So the panels are 4 inches, let's see, 4 inches, and that should be 1.5 because that's where we scored. So we already have our 3 7/8 width here that we cut for the lid. So now we just need to do, let's see, that'll be 1 3/8, which is 1/8 shorter than the 1.5. So we need 2 of those. So 1 3/8. That'll be our side panels, and then for the ends, that'll be 2 by 1.5. So if I do 1 3/8, then we need a 1 7/8, and another 1 7/8, which is, that's just perfect. So we've got those cut. Now I'm just going to use fast fuse again to adhere those to our box lid. That leaves a nice little border all the way around. Do our other side. And our 2 ends. Last one. And I probably should have done that first before I put the thumb notches in, so I'll just redo those. So now that's a nice clean cut. So we put our lid on. Our box is done. I just think that is so beautiful. So we put them all together. This one I didn't decorate the top with a sentiment or anything, but we've got a It's Your Day, which could be birthday or another special day for someone. We've got one like this, and then we have our smaller pink one. So gorgeous. We are going to do a little bit with the top for this one. So I have pre-cut with the tailored tag punch, so you can see it, some very vanilla cardstock, and I'm going to use Pink Pirouette ink, and I'm going to stamp this little flourish stamp, which is from the Beautiful Peacock set, which is also a Celebration item. So I'm going to just go around kind of one side of it, leaving room for a greeting. Actually going to do my greeting next, just make sure. Let's just frame it out a little. So we'll do another one on the other side. And then in the middle, I hadn't intended to use black, but I think it'll help it stand out a little bit. This stamp is, it says For You, and that one is from the Happy Wishes stamp set, which is another awesome item from Celebration. It comes with 2 stamp sets, and it's got 2 words, one happy and one best, and then lots of other scripted greetings that you can build around happy and best. So, you know, I love having a best friend, or a friend like you, best wishes, hope you have the best day. So, I mean, possibilities are endless. You could use this for so many occasions. So I just chose the For You. So let's ink that up. And we're going to stamp that as close to the middle as I can get it. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. For You. So, beautiful. And I'm glad I chose the black because it does help it to stand out a little bit. And then just to accent things, I'm going to take a scrap of the pink pirouette and I'm going to cut another tag. And then somewhere I have some gold foil cardstock and I'm going to cut another one. And we're just going to layer those together. I think the pink and the gold is beautiful together and it'll highlight the gold accents in the paper. So let's find some dimensionals. It looks like I need a new pack. So some fresh dimensionals. Let's see what will look best. I think sort of like that. So there's a pink border on one and gold on the other. So I'm just going to layer these up. So let's see, put those towards the bottom. And we'll do the pink. And then for the gold, leave that on the bottom. Let's see, put those towards the top of the pink. So I think that makes a nice little accent for the top of our box. So I'm just going to adhere that straight on with some fast fuse. So, all done, all done. So a perfectly fitting lidded box using the Springtime Foils Designer Series paper, which is available for free with a $50 purchase. This item has been really, really popular. So if you like this paper and you'd like to get your hands on it, act quickly. If you have any questions about how to order through Stampin' Up! And me as your demonstrator, feel free to email me. There will be links below to all the products that I used. So that'll get you onto the Stampin' Up! Website. And if you haven't chosen me as your demonstrator yet, you can just choose me and you'll be able to get these gorgeous papers. So I hope you enjoyed today's project and hope to see you soon and hear from you soon and have a great day. Thanks.